This is an article from the local DeWitt Observer about the Grand Mound Water Parade. It says there's no place like Grand Mound on the 4th of July.
By who?
Tanya Verba. She grew up in Grand Mound. So. July 4th comes with a great deal of symbolism. There's the obvious independence, the birth of the nation, parades of people on the streets, and brilliant displays of fireworks. Summer begins to jump into hyper-speed after July 4th. Suddenly, television and radio become crowded, and the back-to-school advertisements, the county state fairs go on. Everyone returns from vacation, and suddenly it's time for school to start again. All the excitement and grandeur of summer come to peak at July 4th. Nothing captures the true essence of summer celebration quite like the Grand Mound Water Parade. I grew up in Grand Mound since I was 3. I have celebrated July 4th in a small town. One of my favorite memories is the water parade that winds its way through the town. The parade itself is somewhat of a mystery. Usually a flyer is distributed declaring the time the parade will start and reminding residents if anyone has any questions, there is no one to call because the event is not organized. The city of Grand Mound does not put on the parade, nor does any specific organization. Somehow the whole thing comes together, complete with fire trucks and ambulances from Grand Mound and surrounding towns, classic cars and old tractors. Living in Grand Mound and growing up with the parade is nothing like any other childhood experience. The trademark of the local parade has become the water war that wages in the streets. The parade has morphed into the years into a huge battle. People in the parade arm themselves with water balloons, super soakers, and large tanks filled with water. Pedestrians on the sidewalk are not just observers. They are the other side of the fight. They too arm themselves with water balloons, super soakers. Some attach hoses to their houses and soak the parade with everything they have. Through it all, there seems to be unspoken rules of war that are usually upheld. Don't throw water at the classic cars, old tractors, ambulances, or fire trucks. That is, of course, unless they throw water balloons first. Then the rule is null. I remember sitting in my front yard of my old house filling up hundreds of water balloons. Sometimes people would start filling them a few days before, which always made for a good time. Itching to start throwing them, neighbors or family members would toss a few water balloons before the parade started. What a sight of an innocent traveler who just happened to be driving through Grand Mound just before the parade begins. People line the streets with buckets and barrels of water. Everyone is poised to attack. When the parade finally starts, all heck breaks loose. A colorful barrage of balloons flies through the air, soaking everything in its path. Water and laughter rain down on the town. The display is like nothing else. It is unique to the Grand Mound celebration. After the parade, the celebration only escalates. People, chairs, blankets begin to crowd the park. Vehicles line the streets in town of Grand Mound. North and south of town, every street is lined with cars. People waiting for the fireworks display. If nothing else, Grand Mound prides itself in having one of the best fireworks displays in the state. Every year, word spreads they're going to have even more fireworks than the year before. Somehow, the statement always seems to come true. After the fireworks are over, Grand Mound experiences one of the other rare phenomenon, a traffic jam. For the most part, it is the only traffic jam that ever occurs in the city. Traffic stretches beyond the outskirts of town, held up by many trains, and yeah, that's true, and that run through the small town. The small town has a mass of people who come every year to stand proof the celebration is one of the grandest ones in Iowa. That was There's No Place Like Grand Mound on the 4th of July by Tanya Verba, a summer intern at the DeWitt Observer.